All right, we got some good news, but bad news for some. But we'll wait and see. We got Ryan Grubb coming back to Tuscaloosa, and that is gonna be awesome. However, what does this mean for Nick Sheridan? That's gonna be the question right there.
Well,
Hmm.
there'll be definitely some obstacles, but I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look and see if Ryan Grubb and Nick Sheridan have uh, crossed paths in the coaching profession. Because, like I said last week, it's a it's a family. I mean, it's everybody's interconnected. You got to know somebody to know this to be able to, and connections and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a brotherhood. So how many times has Grubb been at Alabama?
Grubb was there for a week or so for 2024, but then the Seattle Seahawks called up him about becoming the OC.
But was he at Alabama under Saban? I can't remember, Jack.
No,
No, no,
only DeBoer.
only the boy. Okay, but anyway, uh, I'm not sure what's going to happen with regard to that right now. Everything says that Sheridan's still going to be there. We'll see. Um, but I guess DeBoer uh, got to wanted to make some changes, and Grubb is a good qualified individual, has a lot of success, and not necessarily did a bad job at Seattle. I mean, we looked at their NFL stats for the offense and everything. They were I guess in the top one third. I mean, not at the very top, but they were up there. And so I don't know. Sometimes with coaches, it's personalities and gelling and philosophies and that kind of scenario, and how much control the head coach is going to have over the offense. And if it's a lot of control, then there's going to be some butting heads with an offensive coordinator. So um, honestly, I don't think he did a bad job at Seattle as the offensive coordinator, but maybe personalities. And so obviously he has a very tight, good relationship with regard to Coach DeBoer, and that's going to benefit Alabama. So not sure Nick Sheridan, but I feel like it's going to be a positive for Alabama, definitely, because those two guys have known each other a long time, and so there's not going to be uh, any second guessing or anything like that. Once you know somebody so long, then um, your instincts kind of merge, and so it's a good situation for Alabama. Now I was wrong. You remember I predicted that he wouldn't come because his wife's Michigan grad and all that kind of stuff. But once again, old Johnny's wrong. I was telling you earlier, Jack. I mean, I'm glad I'm not gambling this year because man, I'd be broke.
Oh,
Every
wow.
prediction I've made has been wrong. So anyway, but yeah,
Well,
good to have him.
well, and I was looking back at the history that Ryan Grubb has with Kayla DeBoer, and they both did a fantastic job at Fresno State with Jake Hayner in 2021. I mean, everybody talks about Michael Penix, but I don't ever hear people talking about the job that DeBoer did at Fresno and what Grubb was doing at as the OC then. I mean, I keep thinking about that game-winning drive that Fresno State had against UCLA in week 3 of the 2021 season. I mean, that was huge. And then like a year later, they both go over to Washington and we see them creating some magic for the Huskies. So much to the point that everybody even forgot that Washington lost to Montana in 2021. And
Yeah. Well, I was going to say too. Do you see where Chip Kelly's leaving Ohio State? That's interesting.
oh yeah, like 16 years ago, like Chip Kelly going over to coach under Pete Carroll, that's something nobody would be thinking about. I mean, it's like he goes from
Yeah.
taking the Pac-10 from Pete Carroll to joining him to be the right hand man for the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. It was that's interesting. I wonder what Ryan Day's going to want to backup plan on that one is. May hire Nick Sheridan. No, I'm just kidding. That's awful to say.
Ryan Day will
Um,
be fine. They'll get a lot of good coaching candidates. I mean,
oh yeah,
But yeah, like for me, something I should have noticed was that press conference that DeBoer had last week, where when he was asked would he be open to having Ryan Grubb on the coaching staff,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't say yes. He did not say yes, but he didn't say no.
Yeah.
How? Well, he told him if he needs anything, let me know. That's what I tell him. That was the key takeaway right there. Those are
Mm-hmm.
the things to watch out for when watching press conferences of any kind. It's
Yeah, and the
not
wording too, and what you'll find too, Jack, is there's a lot of agents involved. Head coaches, assistant coach, they all have agents, and they're all talking in the background. So you got to be careful. Um, you paint it as generic as you can to the public because those agents in the background are just da 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 da, this trying to negotiate, and so yeah, I can see him, painting that little generic canvas, but yeah, so it's probably a decision was made a while back. Only thing that was left was the financial aspect of it.
Oh, agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
But I wonder if we're gonna see Sheridan stay on at any part of the staff. Like, does it mean he's gonna be the co-offensive coordinator? Is he gonna be? Because I mean, it doesn't look like he's gonna be. Because I mean, they're just gonna be like, nope, we're giving
Well, they're
that to Grubb.
yeah. Well, right now they're just following the company line and all the whatever. Right now he's going to stay, and we value him, and he's had. Obviously, they've opened the opportunity for him to stay there uh, if he's upset. I guess being demoted. I don't know if it's called being demoted or whatever you want to call it. People have, I don't know, in the coaching profession, sometimes you can say it's a demotion. Sometimes it's just, just a change in the staff. Just comes down to the continuity of the staff, how much they like each other. He'll obviously have a little bit of time to make a decision if he wants to go elsewhere, if he wants to stay there and be, part of the staff. That'll be on him now and his agent.
Oh yeah,
Because he'll now have an agent out there putting out feelers to other schools and stuff, yada, 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 all that kind of stuff.
oh
There's a
yeah.
lot that goes on behind the scenes. It's crazy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, appears to me that the signs are he's going to be staying in Tuscaloosa for now, but we'll definitely wait and see. I mean, I'm looking
Well,
at it.
now previously he was tight end coach and
Mhm.
for DeBoer. So I mean, it depends on if he's happy, if he's comfortable, if his feelings are hurt, what other opportunities might be thrown his way. We'll see. Yeah, it's up to him. He's got to pull that trigger. So, but obviously he has an opportunity to stay. What I've read in the reports.
Oh yeah, and I'm curious to see where what happens. Like, cause I mean, it's like, and like you said, like it seems like he's staying for now, but it's a weird cycle. Cause I mean, you wouldn't think there'd be coaches staying talking about, oh well, we're gonna leave. Oh well, we're gonna stay in February, but sometimes no news is good news, but I'm just glad he's not our primary play caller for 2025. Because I mean, the guys that we've got returning for 2025, like Ryan Williams and company, that's going to be huge.
It's a good situation, and we'll see who. Like we haven't seen a transfer portal quarterback coming in, so evidently, pretty happy with that. They must not be out there recruiting because if you're, that Oklahoma quarterback went to Auburn. Obviously, if Alabama would have offered, he'd have jumped at a chance to come to Alabama more so than Auburn. And as we look at the programs and where they are at this point in time, so it'll be interesting to see um, what generates itself in the next few weeks. But used to all this was done by now, but as we'll look at that transfer portal date stuff, I mean everything just keeps dragging and dragging. I mean they just keep dragging everything out, and there's no cutoff dates. It just nonstop. And so who knows? Maybe a month now we hear he's leaving. Back in the old days, it was great. It was just done after January. Everybody's ready to roll for the next season, get some stability. But now it's just constant. It's a professional model. Hire me, fire me, find the next job.
Yeah.